You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
To be happy, relentless search for luxury, in search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone, if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring, fight to feel like a king. Children become delinquent for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation is on the human mind. Everyone needs some happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt, every man ought to give generously. Our deepest craving is common. All we need is attention to put us in the happy zone, regardless of what we own. Life is lonely without it. Each one should give a little bit. What you want your neighbors do, then life on earth will be true. Take a tip from the scripture. Appreciate one another. Share your love and make the mold for total peace in the world. On the human mind, everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt, every man ought to give generously.
To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those birds as we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss while electorals act. How did we ever come to this? But so long we hearing, you got to stand up and be counted. For daily we're intimidated. Every day I next to witness silence while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting trim. They go, it's time. We separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. Reporting the world when we have to read. While them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to read. Hey, oh yeah, save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, in our schools, kids getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Us schoolgirls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado. Mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be frotting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through a pot for big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic Trinidad. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're in the world when we had to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying, time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you guys, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the murder rate leap. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters, they put us to sleep. We must stop this world when we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah. Like zero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. He casts his shadow, slashing victims to the marrow. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the price we pay in don't steep. While some labor keep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with a dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man will get nothing easy. say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. He got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, is a terrible journey, back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron.
Nothing must stop you, yes, and God bless a man. Satan may attack you, yes, and God bless a man. He's gonna back you, yes, when God bless a man. That man must stand, he must stand AI. Who God bless, none can curse. His divine favor man can reverse. Can reverse. Even if they do their worst. Their worst, hey. When God bless a man, nothing must stop you, yes. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you, yes. When God bless a man, he's gonna back you, yes. When God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand, I say. If you answer his call, he will lift you up. If you fall, hey, hey, hey. If you fall, bless a man, He's gonna back you. Yes. When God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand, I say, yeah. Sister, them who under pressure, cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer, cover Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's no other than In the Village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. At 7 to 10 p.m. And of course, 7 to 10 p.m. TNT time, which is 6 to 9 p.m. USA time. So whatever time it is, you know they say any time is Trinidad time. So whether it start at 6, whether it start at 7, it's still Trini time.
And as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You wear a mauve t-shirt, you wear a salmon t-shirt. Is this salmon? S-A-M-O-N or S-A-L-M-O-N or S or some other different spelling. But anyway, the spelltress will tell us the correct spelling when we bring her in. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a mauve t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, any color t-shirt you have on. You're welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And also, doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Venuranius. We welcome each and everyone in the village with the DAT Triplets. That's Diana, Anselm, and Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM. And let me say a special welcome to no other than the spelltress, Mrs. Diana Waveney B for Benskin, the poetress, the poetess, the motivational speaker, the Bajan, the Trin Bajonian from St. Aug School in St. Augustine, close to Tanapuna, on your way to Piarco Airport to get on a flight to go to Barbados and pass through St. Catherine's. Yes, St. Catherine, which is close to that street in Port of Spain that runs all the way up from Duke Street, all the way down to the bus terminal. I'm not going to call the name of that street, but it's no other than Diana W. B. McDonald, boy.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the village. You could have been anywhere else, but you choose to be here with this guy from Chumaka and the Trin Bajonian woman, the poet. Yeah, you could pass over. I don't know, depending on how the plane take, it might go up St. Catherine way, go up, because the airport is in Christchurch, go up St. Philip way and head out that way, or it might go over St. Michael and go up, climb over the East Coast, over down the West Coast way, St. James, and go over St. Lucie and come up the road. So I don't know what route, but I suspect it goes the St. James, the West Coast way, because that is where the Cuban airline had crashed.
Okay. Thanks for the history.
So I suspect. But you hear about this hey Tommy, you hear about this meteor, what do you call it? Some meteorite passing near South America, and it's the size of a dump truck. And it's gonna land somewhere in Brazil or Argentina. So supposing that thing will land on a Caribbean island, you in your backyard liming, and all of a sudden, broke this thing comes out of the chest.
They landing close to where I told you. This is a special welcome to no other than Thomas E., the commissioner in Newark from Sally Bay.
Lord. There you go.
I say Sally Bay, close to Toco. You might be going to Sandy Grande, or you might want to go to Manzanilla, or you might want to go to Mayaro. Coming back from Mayaro, passing Sandy Grande, then close to Toco, going to Port of Spain, passing the school that he went to in, I think he said Pinal, no? But he will tell us to Thomas E., the commissioner in Newark, Marshall Nesbitt, boy. Tommy,
good evening, village family. Good evening, Diana.
Hello.
And to you, Wall Street. I need to really get you a GPS.
What is that one? Why
I need to get you a GPS because I want to know how you're gonna reach the Pinal or past Pinal to get to Salivia. When you leave Port of Spain, I want to know. You had to explain that.
No. You ain't going down to Pinal. I say you went to school. I thought you went to school over there.
You got lost. You go get lost.
I went to school in Palo Seco. You ever heard about that?
Oh, man, I got my peas mixed up. I got my peas mixed up. I mix up my P. It's Pa. I mix up my P and the PA and the PE. Oh, you mean Palo Seco? All right.
Hey, Tommy,
It's true. I live
Tommy,
far away from there, but
you
so
go
that
tell
was
him, you go tell him go to Palo Seco, you go take the boat and go to Roxborough.
No,
So
no,
that
no, 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 no. You're
he go
getting it
die,
twisted now.
you go get
No,
a
no,
long
no.
story.
No, don't. You're getting it twisted now. No, 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 no. I know
when
where
you
Palo Seco is. I went
when you
to run in Palo Seco many times. If it's
when
one
you
place
look
that we used
when
to
you're
go,
looking for him in Palo Seco, but I in Roxborough, you go
nah,
be lost.
I know Palo Seco. We went and run in Palo Seco to Soro games many times in Palo Seco. I know
right.
Tesoro is
Mhm.
in Palo Seco. Correct is right, Tommy?
Yeah, well, when they existed.
Right. Tesoro, I went down there. Anytime them have games down there, they used to give the best prizes in Trinidad and Tobago. And
Mhm.
boy, when you go, I couldn't miss that sports for nothing because that's how we family get a lot of we dishes and things too. You
No
understand?
Lord.
Because you know, when you go down Palo Seco to run, boy, it's dishes and pots and pan and all kind of thing. I
You
could
see,
never miss them games, boy. Them pot and thing, boy, the best. I say, don't worry yourself. Just wait till I come back. When I come back, it's all kind of pot and plate and pan and all kind of thing, boy. What?
everybody waiting for you. They're waiting for you.
Boy,
Oh God.
and you know, Tommy, and then nobody could have run more bush sports than me, because when you go to them bush sports, it's pan, plate, knife, fork, all kind of thing, but I furnished the kitchen, yes, right? Because back then you couldn't go to Max Sense house. Is Max Sense house? Max Sense house?
Not Sense House, Sense House, Max and House. Oh my God, Anselm.
Max Sense house.
Yeah,
I mean,
in
I know
Tunapuna.
your cousin. I know your relative. You know?
Is- But you don't butcher such a popular man's name. Come on.
No, but in the urban areas, we say Max Sense house.
Yeah, I worked there for about 4 weeks.
Eh?
Yeah, a busy period. That was it.
It's
I
interesting. I never work in Trinidad other than 10 days.
oh boy.
Well,
Mm.
let me give you that story quick before we go to the chat, because we had to get them in because we had the former prime minister coming up. I worked 10 days in Trinidad in Chumaka, Clavantil. And
Mhm.
the reason why we get 10 days is because we had a very good football team up in Chumaka, right? And in order to keep us on the right track, one of the
Mhm.
guys who was the foreman, anybody that played on the team will at least get 2 10 days for the year, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
if you get 2 10 days for the year, you're getting back pay too.
Uh,
So, I mean,
Answer your reach, boy.
what? But, man, I working with Tommy Boy, and them was the best 10 days there because I was going Bright area evening shift. Because they
Uh-huh.
couldn't give me no 10 days work when I was going to Diego Martin because I got the morning shift, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
I organized things to go on the evening shift in Barataria.
Mhm.
So I used to go down on the job about
So wait now. So they pay you off the books or you pay taxes?
taxes.
Mm.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm just asking if you pay NIS,
What
then
tax?
you're entitled to the
NIS?
minimum from NIS.
I get 2 10 days and I go pay NIS. And I looking forward to my back pay and I go pay NIS.
Oh God.
you,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
By the way, wait me.
eh?
Ah,
Did you ever get your NIS that's owed to you by the government?
oh me? Them gain
Hmm.
it to some needy soul. I don't want it.
But you could take it and pass it on to whomever.
Yeah, they gain it to some needy soul.
Well, maybe I should have get NIS too.
That's what I just told you.
All
Oh.
right. So you know what this time? Oh, all right. So next time I go to Trinidad, I go down by the
Go and
pension,
inquire.
by the
I
pension
feel
quarters
that
and
why
tell
they
them,
I feel that why they hit me horn to give me my ID card.
yeah, yeah. Oh, all right, all right. But anyway,
Yes, you,
I, s-
you catch
I
it
s-
now?
yeah, I used to work 10 days, and the
I
10 days
work longer than 10 days.
I work from 8 to 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I go down by the standpipe and I bathe, and then I come
Yeah.
home. I get
Mm-hmm.
dressed to go to school, and then I walk from Chumakak to Barataria Junior Sec. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was to leave home maybe about after 10 because school started about 12:30, if I remember clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I had to get early. So I mean, it was really good, man. And then later on in the year, I will get our next 10 days. And then later on in the year, close to Christmas time, they used to have back pay. You understand? And I used to go line up. You see where they have where David Mohammed has his place now on Prisca line, right there. The city council used to be right in there.
Okay.
When back pay come all, we go down there and line up, boy, and we get we check, boy. And the foreman used to make sure and take care of us because we were good kids from Schumacher. You understand?
I remember working for $175 a week.
No, I think we used to get more. We used to
You
get
worked several jobs in Trinidad, didn't you?
Huh?
Diana, you worked several jobs in Trinidad, didn't you?
Different place. Yeah, I worked several places before I migrated there.
No, the only job I work in Trinidad is 10 days.
I remember 175. I felt so good with my hand. I think that was from Kupalani. And they put it in a brown envelope. And they count out your NIS, and it was on the little flat piece, showed you what they deducted. And inside the envelope was your $175.
No,
I felt like a boss.
Yeah, I never do no work other than 10 days. I never work in Trinidad. And of
I
course,
went Saturday and deposit, I think $50 at what was the bank then? Could have been
Penny Bank.
CIBC or Chase or one of Barclays, one of them.
Penny Bank was too upscale for you.
Huh?
Penny Bank was too upscale for you.
I never hear about no penny bank. I know in Tunapuna they had Scotia, they had Barclays, so I opened an account and I put every time I get paid, I put on $50.
So
when I remember when I made it to $1,000, boy, I felt like I was rich, and I save, I sell him a parlor and I bill up. I went to like $2,000. Man, I felt like I hit jackpot, boy.
Yeah, you just answered the question about Scotia. The only how I know Scotia Bank, I used to see it when I passed by it.
Oh God, no. Yeah, could be Bank of Commerce. Could have been. I can't remember. So long ago.
Yeah, I used to pass by plenty of them, but pass by them. The only way we could go is the penny bank. You ever call it the penny bank? Because we could have take pennies, we could have take 5 cents, 10 cents.
And I remember when I left Trinidad to go to Barbados, the ticket to Barbados was $98 round trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me say a special welcome to no other than the person who's coming all of a sudden, boy, Keisha back and Keisha with the back with a bang, Back with a bang, As a bang.
Good. Very good.
Welcome back. Keisha says good night, everyone. Yeah, welcome home. Keisha says Anselm, good night. I get emojis for so. Oh God, look at this one, Diana, boy. Diana, you in your glory tonight. You look at purple.
Good.
Lord of His mercy. Emojis for so. Tommy, boy, oh God, all you, Keisha, I don't understand that doing. Watch this, all you. Watch this, one line, One line. One line, right? One line. Watch Diana. 2 lines.
Yay!
Tommy's 2 lines too, but they're just lining up one day. 2 lines to Tommy. 2 lines to Tommy for me.
Oh, why you hating?
Hating. Look. Nadia, Lana, Rose, Carice, Marisha, Miss Coover, Joan, Erica, Judy. 2 lines.
Don't be a hater. Come on.
Love in the village.
Yeah, look at this.
Huh?
Albert, Vonnie, Ellis, Raj, Ulrich, Hailey, Troy, Chris, Tropics, Daryl, Rennie, Capiza, Ken Anderson. 2 lines. Keisha is one love still.
Kish.
I see the fig man. I see fig man back in the house now.
Ooh, Ramrup. Or the
Tana with the leather.
No, that's Rennie.
That you love, Doctor. The Moko Fig fella, the Moko Fig. Ramrup is the Moko Fig fella.
Yeah, I see him back there tonight. Yeah, good night, welcome back.
Hey, I was on a UNC. I was watching today, boy.
Oh Lord.
I was watching the UNC conference today. I see Buckham Hard. I see Nutcake. I see Howard Rampasad. I see CV. What I see, boy? About 5 of them I see. I say, oh boy. I said, look at that. I
Mhm.
said, yeah. I get a number. I get a number. I ain't see Arjun. Arjun wasn't there. I
Mhm.
ain't see Vonnie Roberts. I ain't see Hailey. Well, no. Hailey does been the other one, the orange one.
Mhm.
One of the Pepto Biz. I mean the pep party. I ain't see Hailey either. And of course, Nadia was second in the village. Nadia says good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good
now.
night.
Right? Even Nadia gave me one line too, boy. Okay. I'm coming up real short these days, boy. I just,
Nadia, they gave me some hemp candy to give to Stormy, so it calms him down and puts him to sleep.
make that poor dog high now, boy. Going
No,
high,
that
high, high,
that
high,
would have
high.
saved good for him.
You remember that song? I go in high, 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 high.
They
About
say,
to,
"Oh, this is good to calm him down." I said, "Uh-huh." So he loves it. He lick it down. He did knock out. You pull him. He can't even moving. So I put him in his coop. He's sleeping.
yeah, so
Oh,
I,
Nadia says, Diana, good night.
I
Diana, you
said, "Good.
20 emojis there.
He's not gonna be
Nadia says,
bothering me
good
tonight."
night to Keisha, Judy, Rose, Lana, Miss Kuva, Capiza. All right. Good night, Albert, Rennie. Yeah, boy. Ali come third. Ali, you come third again, boy.
Nadia
Ali,
gonna
you
send
moving up
her
slowly
a
but surely.
virtual slap for giving she puppy hemp.
Keep keep trying, Ali. You're working all right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I know Ali come first one. Hey, look, we partner Vonnie Roberts, boy. You're inside. Vonnie, you had to let your wife teach you how to put some emojis, right? You're very emoji-less, right?
hmm. Emoji-less. I
Yeah,
like that.
emoji-less. Emoji-less.
Hi, Highly tell me don't smoke the dog.
Yeah. Ali, she
Highly
might
is in the
smoke it
form
up
of
in
a
the chickens.
dog cookie or something. So he loves it. So I said, yeah. So I give him one. So he please looking up, you want another one? I said, okay, here's another one.
Yeah.
So
Lana, welcome.
he's out
Bless
for
good
the
night,
night.
Anselm. Lana, bless good night to you too as well. Um, who is R? Somebody is R. Hey Nadia Mongi, how are you? Just R.
Nadia,
I know what it is.
you see the emoji she sent me? What I do with Storm? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
I'm proud to be black children, you know. And God bless our man. Yes, Holy Almighty. Like you just hear that song over.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
know to me when God bless our man.
Hmm.
Yeah, what God bless no man curse. Full 100, yes, Lana. Takesha, highly wants to know how your son doing.
Nadia,
Covenant.
I gave him something that was recommended by the pet store to calm him down. Cookies
Nigel,
with hemp.
Barry Mahabi want to know where pass the up and he come in. He coming. Cover Trinidad and Tobago, Jesus. Cover the world, Jesus. Yeah, Bazio Pande coming. Coming.
You
Um,
see, Ron DeSantos wants that they want to knock out African history out of the schools.
yeah. Lana
Mm,
says, I've been, Ali says, Lana, I've been reading the Psalm, Proverbs, Timothy, etc. And I've never seen the word amen. Okay.
mm.
Too
You
much
seen?
blood shed upon our land.
Ask him
Yeah.
if you seen the word Selah.
Okay. Sailor.
Yeah, do you see the word Selah?
Yeah. Takesha.
Selah.
Ali, Takesha said she sound good. Yeah. Wisdom for the opening. Wisdom for the opening. Let another disobedience to nature come any ill to you. Blessings and love. There we go, Hailey. You know, Hailey does get some good comments sometime, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel is
Yeah,
when he get something to
leave Hailey alone.
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
it's Richard, welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Um
Highly, yeah, you see Sailor, right? Good.
Yeah. Lana say Anselm they wearing blue these days, but like you join Gigi. Me and join Gigi. Nah, Gigi will run me by. Yeah, Gigi will run me. Yeah, hey Diana, Ramoop say love. Yeah, two lovers in the thing. And it was
Not me.
look Rennie boy, look the love doctor boy. Good night,
I don't
brothers and
know. I don't
sisters.
know I don't know where Richard come from all of a sudden. Yeah, he just blanked me and then show up in my life again like me and he good. It don't work so, Richard. You have to maintain consistency. You can't just disappear and then show up and no, it don't work so. Nah.
So if anybody looking for good love, according to the love doctor, you say good love is all I bring. Special love by request. I don't know if that's by phone, by email, or by voicemail, or by WhatsApp.
Richard, you in the doghouse right now. Stormy inside, you in the doghouse.
I leave what no more enamel utensils for my Anselm. Yeah, boy. When we used to what enamel utensils you talking about? Them used to be enamel.
Yeah, cups, enamel cup, enamel plate,
Them was the best
enamel,
thing. Lana want to
enamel,
pay taxes on those 10 days money. What taxes? You give me
enamel.
10 days and you want me pay tax?
You know what is a tencel?
A utensil, yeah.
No. I didn't ask you what is
What?
a utensil. I asked you what is a tencil.
No, I don't know.
Say right now, posy.
Oh, a utensil. A utensil.
No.
Yeah,
A tencil.
no, I don't know what that is. I know in
All
our house we
right.
had posies. We had because
All right. Was that okay?
the
So
outhouse
Tommy know what I talking about.
late at night is a utensil, is not a utensil.
No, it's not a utensil, it's a tencil.
Tommy's
You
a
see?
utensil or a utensil.
I know about posy.
Or they call it in the chat, what they call a posy sometimes. A tencil. You see? Lana said. Look, Lana said.
Wait now. And Lana said 10 days just pay an IS. I don't go
Yep.
check. I don't go and check that, boy.
They owe you that. Go and get your national insurance money. And if you ain't contribute enough to get a certain amount, you gotta get the $3,500 a month.
You see? Takesha know what she talking about. The penny bankers
Well,
at the corner of Charlotte and Duke Street.
I
Correct is
wouldn't
right.
know them thing. I wasn't
Correct
a
is
tongue
right.
girl.
Correct is right. Yeah, correct is
I
right.
was.
No, because you see, you all don't know about Porter Spin, all you only know
I
about.
would. No, you're absolutely right. I wasn't a tongue girl.
Mhm.
I know about Tunapuna, St. Augustine, Kirep, St. Joseph, Tacarigua. I don't know about tongue. I went to tongue rarely, and then we were in a car, and then they park up. I had to watch my brothers and sisters, the younger ones, while the adults went and conduct business. They would park some car park, and I had a bamboo and shade licks to keep them at bay.
I used to sell Zabakan cookie broom in Marabella Market.
Yeah.
And I made $200 as a 9-year-old. What?
Really?
Entrepreneur, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Very good.
Welcome.
I know Marbella Market.
Huh?
I said I know Marbella Market.
You never see Hailey?
I didn't know him.
Hailey was the fella selling. He wasn't selling avocado, he was selling Zabaka.
It is.
Yeah, he wasn't selling avocado, it's Zabaka he's selling, but
yeah, Rennie, you're right. I's a bush girl. You see, Rennie say I's a bush girl. You see, I can't tell them nothing, you know. I remember I tell them I pee on some bush in Port of Spain.
Yeah. I mean, don't try to slip Stormy sense of mania in your mouth, though. Be careful, eh?
Oh, you mean he cookie?
You know?
His stuff is stored in a separate thing. I have not with my things.
Next thing you see Stormy barking and he mad as hell because he didn't get 10 milligrams, yes? Instead of 10 milligrams, he only gave him 5.
Yeah, now he out for the night. He ain't gonna bother me with nothing.
When he gets addicted, then you can't keep him off of that at all.
That don't keep them addicted. The way they play that, I ain't giving it to him every day.
Yeah.
I just want him to stay quiet tonight for the show.
I don't understand. You get a dog, and you gain the dog weed. All in a sudden.
Hello.
What does world come to? What does world come to?
What is world come to you, boy? You gain a poor dog weed for the dog to go to sleep. I thought you smoke weed to get high. They gain the dog weed to go to sleep.
Anselm, I'm giving the dog veterinarian approved hemp.
Listen,
okay?
It's weed.
Hey, Tommy, where's hemp?
When people go to the dispensary, they're going to give it a fancy name.
Fancy talk.
Weed.
But he like it.
He so must catch cannabis.
Cannabis, yeah. You must like it. I mean, when Stormy get that now, you Stormy get addicted, boy. And Stormy get up in the morning, coming running, and you have him mouth open. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So I gotta send him to rehab.
Yeah, just now 5 milligrams and will be good. You want 10 milligrams. You understand? Poor Stormy. I feel sorry for you, Stormy, right?
I'm not smoking ready. I have a cough that bothering me. Don't go there with no. I can't smoke. I have bad lungs, small lungs, underdeveloped lungs.
We used to call a utensil pussy.
So, big red dreadlocks on the head. I say Stormy will be a natty with big dreadlocks.
Yeah. Natty Stormy. Natty Stormy. Natty dread Stormy. Next thing Stormy says, I Jah Rastafari Selassie I the first.
Well, they told me it calmed him down. When I gave it to him, I watch him. I see he lay down and his head dropped down. I said, Yeah. I said, Stormy, come in. Yeah. And he saw me playing with it. And he lays up here. I said, you want another one? Give him another one. Then he crawl and go in that cage. That was the end of he.
You created a monster.
Lana, next time, Stormy by the drug, so the prescription for you weed, boy. Stormy gone by drugs, boy.
I slept top of the hour. You're coming up.
Roof.
CBD.
Stormy, you have a prescription, boy. Oh, God, boy. Lord,
he go take the car and go get the marijuana. He have cookies.
I feel sorry for that dog. It's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're going to go for a weed break. And when we come back, it's in the village to the DAT Triplets. And we should have former Prime Minister Basil Pandey. Please, we can't talk to Mr. Pandey about no weed. Right? We're going to be talking about other things in Trinidad and Tobago. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Let me say a special good evening to
Alberto.
Plus Rennie Mohammed say. I don't know what it is. But we had to get Pandey not coming in via Mr. Pandey not coming in via
phone call.
Yeah, we had to do a phone call to him. Let me see if we get him here. Okay, wait. Here we go. So we are getting Mr. Pandey on the phone. And you know, in May Pandey will be 90, right?
Wow.
May, yeah, it'll be 19th.
All right.
Mr. Basdeo Pandey, welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Well, bearing up, you know.
You are live on WZYE 95.9 FM here in New Jersey.
What's that?
Are you hearing me? We're not hearing you good.
I'm not hearing you so well.
Okay. Are you hearing me?
Yes, fine.
Okay, we're hearing you a little kind of low.
You can turn up the volume. I'll put on speaker then.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little better. Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
If you can turn up the volume.
Is it possible you can turn up the volume on the phone?
I have done. I am on my cell phone.
Okay,
That's
okay.
better. That's better.
All right. So that's better, Mr. Pandey. Mr. Pandey, how are you doing? We were just telling the audience, soon you will be a ripe young age of 90 in May. And how do you feel, Mr. Pandey? On May 25th, you were born May 25th, 1933. So you will be
correct.
the ripe young age of 90, Mr. Pandey. How do you feel, sir?
As a 90-year-old man feels.
Okay. Okay.
That is, I do not feel as I felt when I was 19.
Understandable.
Yeah, we understand that very much. So Mr. Pandey, I just looking up. You were actually were you born in Princestown?
Yes, I was.
Wow. You also attended New Grand Government School. Is that school still in existence?
Yes. I was born in New Grand. And then in early years went to St. Julian Village, which is boundary to New Grand.
And then you attended Presentation College. You attended that Presentation College with Mr. Manning. Is that correct?
Yes, I attended it.
Oh, okay. You guys were there at the same time?
Sorry?
Were you there at Presentation College at the same time with Mr. Patrick Manning?
No, we did not attend at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's because I was older than he was.
Oh, okay.
We both attended press.
Okay. So Mr. Pandey, we looked at what's going on with the president. What is your opinion on what happened with the president as far as the election of Mrs. Kangulu, and knowing that she was a full member of the People's National Movement, and there were questions with respect, could she be impartial as the president of Trinidad and Tobago? What is your take on that?
First of all, she is a very good-looking and beautiful woman. And I think one expects too much from the president, and the president really is a sinecure. The president is the result of a choice by the ruling party.
Okay.
But having become president, the president has very little power to do anything.
But Mr. Pandey, is that really accurate though? Isn't there some powers, like for example, the president have powers to appoint a certain amount of senator? Isn't that some sort of powers that the president does have?
Yes, but it is meaningless in the context of Senate, as our Senate is constructed.
Okay. What about appointments to other boards and so on? Like what about appointments to other boards? Those are not significant in the scheme of things in Trinidad and Tobago?
That is not a function of the president. And insofar as it appears to be a function, it is a mere formality and a confirmation of the choice of the government.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you will know exactly because you were the prime minister twice in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Now let's shift now to the current controversy, we'll say, or maybe not a controversy, because based on what I read today with respect to what happening in the UNC currently, with respect to Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and there was a call for Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar to step down, and some people are saying that's not absolutely true. So what is your take on that whole thing, Mr. Pandey?
Well, first of all, I think what happened was that a former, well, a member, who is not a member of parliament, but a former member of parliament, requested or moved or tried to move a motion for an election of the speaker.
Mhm.
I believe that I saw in the newspaper today that did I say speaker?
Mhm.
I mean the leader of the opposition.
Mhm.
What I saw in the papers today that the leader of the opposition refused to entertain her request.
Mhm. But how does the constitution of the UNC address that? How does the constitution of the UNC address such a thing?
First of all, the present leader of the opposition has made non-functional all the institutions in the party. They are not functioning.
None of them?
Sorry?
None of them, you said, or most of them?
Sorry.
Are most of them non-functional or all of them?
Who is that?
No, you say some of the constitutions of the UNC are non-functional.
Yes, because the leader has destroyed all the institutions of the Constitution, stated in the Constitution.
Mm-mm. So, but Mr. Pandey, there was recently an internal election in the UNC, right? And she was re-elected. There was she was re-elected with large numbers. Was that election a fraud, or was that not real, or was that not so? Because some people say that maybe Dr. Fuad Khan had won that election. There were some people that saying that. What is your take on that?
Well, let me put it this way. If a contestant to an elections is also the person who is conducting the elections and the polls and the counting and everything, who you think going to win?
That's a good question. That's a very good question, Mr. Pandey.
The answer is obvious, though.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Mr. Pandey, are you saying that there's a possibility that the election was rigged? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Well, starting with the elections about myself, Jack Warner has publicly stated that election was rigged.
The recent election?
That the election in which she was elected leader of the party, Jack Warner has publicly admitted that he was part of it and that the election was rigged. And every election, in my view, since then, in the party has been rigged.
Whoa. Whoa.
mm, mm.
But they are not safeties in order to protect something from that happening in the party. There are no protocols that can prevent such a thing from happening.
At the present time, the leader of the opposition is in total control of the party because she has appointed her own sycophants to the offices in the party.
But Mr. Pandey, some people may say, well, Mr. Pandey is upset or it's sour grapes because they have taken away the party from you, Mr. Pandey, who was one of the initial person that actually kind of started the party, and now that you are no longer part of the party, is that it's sour grapes on your behalf. What do you say about that?
Well, all I can say is experience has shown that those grapes were not sour at all, but rather they were sweet grapes. Life, I'm enjoying a life of retirement, and I'm now able to do the things I could not do, to listen to music and read philosophy and all that sort of thing. So that those were sweet grapes, really.
Pandey, you ain't lose it at all, no? You still have it.
At all, a lion, boy.
You still have it, boy. The lion, boy. so Mr. Pandey, go ahead. Mr. Pandey, go ahead, Tommy.
I said that's our original silver fox.
Yeah. It's silver fox, boy. Mr. Pandey, how is the dog doing? I know you had 1 or 2 dogs. How are the dogs doing?
How is it what?
The dogs. Don't you have dogs?
I'm not getting your last word.
Dogs. Do you have dogs? The last time I saw you with a pity, I saw you with some dogs.
Canine.
Oh, yeah. I have a dog.
Okay.
I have a dog, and well, the dog really rules me. It decides when it wants to eat. It decides when it wants to walk. It decides when it wants a massage. Actually, the dog is a dictator in my house.
Telling me need to bring Stormy there.
The dog is a dictator. Mr. Pandey, I feel you're throwing something there by that,
What's the name of that dog?
I feel you are throwing something out there when you're saying the dog is a dictator.
I want to know that I'm deeply in love with my dictator.
Okay. So, Mr. Pandey, we have somebody here in the chat saying that Mr. Pandey is the best prime minister ever. Do you believe he's the best prime minister ever in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes.
And what? Just give me 2 or 3 things you believe that made you the best prime minister in the history of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, I believe that.
You believe that?
Yeah.
So who you think is the second best?
If we start with A, I think you have to ask who is Y and Z.
Okay. Who is Y and Z then? All right, Y and Z. Who's Y and Z?
And they are the present Prime Minister and the present leader of the opposition.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
So what you're saying, Mr. Pandey, is that the present Prime Minister and the current opposition leader is last and second to last.
That's right.
Yeah, well, the point is, the government is in total control, directly and indirectly, of everything that happens in the country.
Correct.
And we have experienced a tremendous rise in crime, poverty, high prices, bad roads, no water, that sort of thing. No, the public utilities have decayed, and so people are not very happy.
So, Mr. Pandey, do you believe that the UNC as currently constructed with Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar as the political leader can ever see the government again, could ever run the government again or win a general election again in Trinidad and Tobago?
First of all, as you know, because of the kind of constitution that we have, it has divided the population along racial lines.
Okay.
And so the politics really takes on a racial and ethnic dimension. The only time that I think it did not was when in 2001, when there was an election, I was leader of the opposition. That's right. I was leader of the government at the time, and Mr. Manning was leader of the opposition. And in that election, we win the majority of votes. That could not have been possible unless we had crossed the racial line in the East-West corridor. I think that's the nearest we got to uniting our people.
So, do you think that could happen again, Mr. Pandey, or that sail that train have left the station? Do you think that could happen again in Trinidad and Tobago?
Given the present situation and the deep divide and the racial politics that is taking place, it's going to be a very, very long time, if at all. I don't think it will.
Wow, this is kind of serious, you know.
Incidentally, that is why I have been arguing for a change in the constitution, which will change the political system, which would negate the tendency to vote along racial lines. That is the kind of constitution I see. Otherwise, I think no matter how much money we have, all I can say is it will be like what the Jamaican Prime Minister, Mr. Manley, said when he came here. And Eric Williams said, money is no problem. And Mr. Manley said, money is running through Trinidad like a dose of salts.
Purging everybody.
No matter how much money we have, because of the system that breeds corruption, waste, and mismanagement, the monies will never serve the people.
Wow. Mr. Pandey, it's like for the country's doom and gloom. But Mr. Pandey, just before you go, what, in your estimation, what are some of the changes you think what are some of the changes you believe need to happen in Trinidad and Tobago for us to get back some sense of, even during your time when, people were much more happier? What are some of the things that you think need to change?
The Constitution, because as I say, as long as the Constitution keeps dividing people, the election on racial lines, we are doomed to the kind of situation we have at the moment. We have to change the political system. We have to have a parliament that looks after laws and a separate body that looks after the executive. One is the legal power and the executive power. We have to separate them. And unless they are separated, we are in trouble.
So, Mr. Pandey, just before you go, right, the current coup they say were happening in the UNC is not a coup at all, right? It's just old talk with trying to say, what do you say?
I don't know if there's a coup or a coup.
I have a question for Mr. Pandey.
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
Mr. Pandey, good evening. Hello?
Sorry?
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy. Tommy, just go ahead.
Yeah, the question is, there's much ado and much conversation this week about monetizing the Dragon oil fields, or should I say gas fields, oil and gas fields. Now, people are asking, how is it that the US has so much authority that they can determine when to monetize those fields? And the second question is, do you believe that we would really benefit from the Dragon fields being monetized?
The same thing will happen that happened when the price of oil was around $100 a barrel. That is to say, the state received an enormous amount of money. And generally, it is not how much money you receive, but what you do with it. That is the issue. And unfortunately, corruption, mismanagement has seized the country. And no matter where you turn, even the Archbishop and everybody complaining about corruption, waste, and mismanagement. And that is only possible because of the type of system of government that we have.
I have a question for him, Anselm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Pandey, what were some of the hurdles you faced when you tried to have the system change when you were Prime Minister?
And I tried to have what?
The system change when you were Prime Minister.
In order to change the constitution peacefully,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a certain majority, because you have certain clauses can only be changed by a 3/4 and some by a 1/3 vote. Only in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, only 3 persons had that kind of majority: Dr. Eric Williams, Mr. A.N.R. Robinson, and Kamla Prasad Bisesa. And neither of them wanted the constitution changed.
Wow.
Wow.
So, Mr. Pandey, we are going to hell in our waste basket. Is that accurate, or there are better days? As Salin said, better days are coming.
Boy, a waste basket for us is a safe place. It's worse than that.
It's worse than that.
Yeah.
Wow. You know,
but Mr. Pandey, I have one more question. Mr. Pandey, don't you think that if egos are set aside and they draw upon individuals such as yourself, knowledgeable individuals, and Miss Tishera and Carmona, and just to name a few, and come together in a sort of a think tank sort of a forum to make Trinidad better, to put suggestions on the table. Do you think that's possible, that because you all may come from different political affiliations, but you are for the betterment of the country? Is that feasible? Can it be done?
Oh, well, let me put it this way. Those who have been in power and have gone out of it, I don't think they demonstrate much interest in what is taking place at the moment. But your idea is a good one, in that if people can get together to discuss constitutional reform, I think it will be a good start. And as a matter of fact, that is in fact is happening in the newspapers. People are becoming conscious of the fact that the political system in Trinidad and Tobago is what has us in trouble.
That's right.
That's absolutely correct.
Because when it all boils down, we're all Trinbagonians, and we want better for the country and for the future generations. So put aside your egos, all you peoples, and let's come together. Thank you, Mr. Pandey.
Yeah. So Mr. Pandey,
yes, sir.
It is unbelievable for us who live here in the United States of America, and many of us are very patriotic, to Trinidad and Tobago, and many of us love Trinidad and Tobago very dearly.
Yes,
we are kind of torn, because to see our country go into that, I mean, 614 murders in a year, the highest of any history of Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, you were like, I mean, what really could be done? What has to be done? I mean,
well, I tell you what.
Yeah.
You guys over there have to come back to Trinidad and let us initiate a tremendous struggle for constitutional reform. That's the only thing I can think about.
Wow. Mr. Pandey, when we come back, they don't want us to tell us we want to come back and change things. We think we're better than them and all kind of thing like that.
And stay out here and we out there and what we want. Yeah,
Okay, so some people will criticize you and some will praise you.
Correct.
C'est la vie. That is life.
Correct. That is right, Mr. Pandey. That is right. So, Mr. Pandey, we want to thank you so much for such short notice for you to come and give us a few of your time. I know soon in May you will be 90. What will you be doing for your 90th birthday?
Um,
Hmm.
I
Why
don't
asking?
traditional being at my 90th birthday.
Mm.
But
So-
if I have health and strength,
Mhm.
I'll probably try to run the 100 meters in 10 seconds.
He's a good comedian.
Oh God!
Anyway,
Yeah,
so that we pray for your health and strength so that you will
Yes.
do that.
hey, Mr. Pandey, I got to tell you, at 90, you're still swinging for the fences. Eh? You only hitting
Yeah,
once of that.
boy.
You ain't hitting no singles, and it was only 4 and 6 you hitting, you know.
Nobody-
And you know, West Indies need some good batsmen these days.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, Mr. Pandey.
Yeah. I'll tell you something, man.
Yeah, boy, he's sharp like a tacker.
Well, I'm gonna be
He's always been a witty guy, eh?
always
Yeah, boy.
he really he had to give him credit, but you know, he's a boss, he's a boss, he's a boss, he's a boss. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Sure.
and it's kind of sad that we have people in Trinidad and Tobago who were
Mhm.
in government previously, and many of them are just sitting on the sidelines, man.
Exactly.
Just sitting on the
Exactly.
sidelines. They have nothing to do. Nothing.
And
Why?
Anselm, should you raise that again? And that was my program that I went to the then Minister of Education Garcia to bring back in people from different to go into these at-risk schools, meet with these students, sit down side by side, mentor them, help them with their schoolwork, be that second father or that missing father in their life. You know what I mean? And nobody wanted to hear of me. Nobody wanted to hear. They didn't know who I was with my Bajan Trini at Yankee Twang. They don't know who I was. I was told, who are you? You don't have an agent. I was like, what do you mean, agent? I got to be 007 now? I didn't understand the
So
protocol.
listen,
I just
right?
wanted to, huh?
Yeah,
You should
I'm
have
gonna.
told him your agent is Wall Street.
I just wanted to give back to my Anselm. Now I showed up at the thing at Marriott with a brown envelope in my hand to hand up to the Prime Minister, but I was told here was not the forum to give him. I had a brown envelope in my hand, right, Anselm, with my proposal. Yeah, I wanted to take it from there to give it to somebody to get me a meeting with the board Ministry of Education to bring back in these elderly people
Did you
to
include the check?
merge the youth and the
Did you
elderly.
include the check?
Huh?
Did you
Huh?
include the check? Did you include the check to finance your idea?
Well, if you get to that level, then I would, but the idea, just and instead of having these people just wasted, put people in the lives of these at-risk youths and sit and talk with them, go to the schools, have them be kind of like a big brother, a big sister, uncle, or whatever you want to call, and they invite them to their homes, they see another type of home life. Because I remember for me that worked. I got to go to other homes and I saw things, as I grew older and thing. And I said, but wait now, and my eyes were opened up. So I said, yeah, maybe, those at-risk youth and somebody sit down with you and mentor you and make you part of a football team, a hockey team, a netball team, and somebody showed you interest and show that they cared about you, that you mattered, that you were an individual and you were not just there, wasting away. It did something for me as a young girl, so I wanted for those youths to experience that. Nobody cared. Nobody cared to deal with me.
Mentoring always.
Let me call Senator Damian Leiter, the
Nobody
UNC
cared.
speaker, and let's see if he'll pick up the phone. Since Gary decided to go to the program, my fellas ain't picking up their phone no more, boy. Since the phantom gone. So we calling Senator Damian Leiter.
Yeah, before they used to pick up.
Yeah, they ain't picking up no more.
They want to hear you. I think it's because you call what's her name prim and proper.
Who's that? Marsha Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
Why you do that? Why you do that?
All right, let's call Rushton Parry. See if he will pick up. RUSHT. No, RUSHTON. HHTCO. RUSH. There we go. So, folks, we're trying to get some background regarding what's going on in the UNC with the coup. And Mr. Pandey said you don't think it's a coup, you think it's a coup.
A coup.
Yeah, a coup or a coup.
But I spoke with Gary and Gary Griffith said that it's some hook they throw out there, but nobody ain't biting to see who would bite. Huh?
Now this permission to monetize this oil field. People are asking who give the US that authority that they can decide what happens in that neck of the woods.
Because they are sanctioned against Venezuela.
That's what I'm saying. They have sanctions.
Yeah, because of the sanctions against Venezuela. If they didn't sign an agreement and Trinidad want to go and play ball with Venezuela, there could be sanctions against Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, because United States have sanctions against Venezuela.
Yeah. Trinidad Margo says the only way to change is for one party to get most of the seats to get constitutional reform done. Other than that, we are doomed. Unfortunately, that's the reality. But at one point in time, we had parties who had a constitutional majority and they didn't have the testicular fortitude to do what they're supposed to do. That's what
that's what he said. He said Eric Williams, Robinson, and Kamala Prasad Bissessa did not want to engage in any conversation or to start the process for constitutional reform. So that's why where we are.
We could have.
Before the election, Kamala was talking. Before that election, Kamala and them were talking about constitutional reform. Once they got in the power, it seems as though it went right out the window.
Well, that was just a thing to garner a trinket, a verbal trinket to garner votes.
But all right, Ken John said Mr. Pandey ran Trinidad when oil prices was low as $10 a US a barrel and did a very good job. $10 a barrel. Huh?
No question, he did a good job.
No question.
What mashed him up was the airport fiasco.
Yep, that was it. You see? Did a fantabulous job. But now we have the Dragon Field, right? And so there were a few people who gave their opinion regarding, let's get to that. Let's listen to some of these opinions. I want to listen to that's why I call Rushton Parry. He had an opinion with respect to the Dragon Field. And, I mean, when you listen to their opinion, it just seemed that if the opinion is based on we are the opposition. So let's listen to what he had to say, right? This is Rushton Parry. This is the person who I was just calling because he had an opinion. They had the energy conference, I think was yesterday or Tuesday. Right, and when the announcement was made by the Prime Minister regarding Dragon Field, the UNC through him, issued a statement, and I mean, I would think that if you find something like that, nothing happening for the next 2-3 years, right? Let's listen.
Opening day of the 2023 Energy Conference at the Hyatt Regency Hotel, TV6 News observed that Mayaro MP Rushton Parry was in attendance on behalf of the opposition.
In consultation with leader of the opposition, Kamala Prasad Bissessa, it was agreed that at this point in time, we are the midway term of the present administration, It is important that we are a government in waiting. We are legislators. We have to be here. This is one of our big stakeholder seminar. And one of the objectives that both Senator John and I have today is to reach out to these partners, say, look, we want to know what needs to be done, what needs to be done better.
Mr. Parry said this is important for the opposition as a political entity in the drafting of its energy policies. In response to our question about what resonated with him from the opening presentations at the energy conference, given the presence of the oil and gas sector in his constituency, Mr. Parry referenced the keynote address delivered by the President of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali.
And while the rest of the world may have a position on certain things in terms of net zero, we have to look at what is important for our people. And his position was, we as a CARICOM country, a CARICOM group, we ought to come together and look and see what is best for our people in terms of monetizing our fossil fuels at the end of the day.
However, Mr. Parry said there were some things he felt had been missing from the address delivered by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who highlighted, among other things, the government's efforts to increase local oil and natural gas production amidst projections of lower global oil and gas prices in 2023 as compared to 2022.
But I didn't see what it means to us here in Trinidad and Tobago. We talk about $77 a barrel of oil for Brent crude. What does it mean for Trinidad and Tobago? What does it mean that we have not been able to bring the Petrotrin refinery back on stream? What conversations are we having with the very same Guyana and Suriname to put Petrotrin back on stream? Let us refine some of your fuel.
And what was Mr. Parry's response to the Prime Minister's announcement that the government plans to have a wind farm established as part of a plan to use renewable sources of energy for the generation of electricity?
My understanding is that our grid is not designed for that return feed to have what you call the chargebacks and so on. What's it going to cost to do that? Again, if we're going to put on 30,000 acres of solar farm to run 200 megawatt, 300 megawatts, or 1,000 megawatts, how do we compete for the agricultural space? So I spoke about the land use policy. Wind farms, where will we put these wind farms? On the East Coast? What are we competing with for land use for these things?
Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
It doesn't matter what we do or what we gain or what we try. There is no communication or cooperation between the opposition and the government. It doesn't matter what it is. So let's listen to an energy expert on the Dragon Field. This is an energy expert in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Because at the end of the day, when you listen to what the opposition have to say, they're not going to say anything good about the Dragon Field, right? So let's listen to two energy experts we want to listen in Trinidad and Tobago. And just listen to what they have to say regarding this signing of this deal with respect to the Dragon Field. And who are we going to listen to? Are we going to listen to an energy expert, or are we going to listen to someone in the opposition? Let's take a look.
Principal consultant at VSL Consultants and energy strategy consultant Gregory Maguire says, while the easing of U.S. sanctions to allow Venezuelan oil and gas to be exported to TNT is good news, the benefits won't be seen within the next 11 months. Still, he believes it is a milestone event.
This is a welcome and timely boost to accessible proven reserves of natural gas. I think that's the most significant thing. And in saying so, I want to Trinidad and Tobago to understand that this, as significant as it is, it's not a short-term benefit. In other words, this is not going to happen this year or not even perhaps next year, but what we're talking about here is benefits that coming at least 2 years down the road.
He notes that this country's reserves have been declining over the last decade or so. As such, he says, this agreement is a step in the right direction due to its potential to expand in other areas.
Two major areas we're talking about is down in the south, we have the Plataforma Deltana, in which lies 3 fields that straddle the borders of Trinidad and Tobago. Laura and Manatee that we always hear about, Manikin, Coquina, and Cape Dorado. And these fields and that entire Plataforma Deltana area is estimated to have between 21 and 38 TCF of reserves. So once we could, and that's just down in the south.
He says in the north, where the Dragon Field is located, it is estimated to have in excess of 12 TCF of reserves and production potential of 1.2 to 1.5 BCF a day. Mr. Maguire says this development will benefit many.
This is not only about Trinidad and Tobago, but it's also about the Caribbean and, of course, LNG's to Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. So the entire region should benefit from this going forward.
He forecasts positive trickle-down effects for citizens.
With the expansion of gas or with the stabilization of gas output, from that is going to come increased government revenue. From that is going to come an ease in the fiscal constraints of the government and in government's ability to expand goods and services to the general population.
Nicole M. Romney, TV6 News.
Expert now.
On the closing day of the 2023 Energy Conference, TV6 News spoke with Sean Rampasad, the Chief Executive Officer of Ramps Logistics, one of the local service providers for multinational oil and natural gas exploration companies operating in Trinidad and Tobago. Our conversation took place the day after Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that the United States Office of Foreign Assets Control granted a waiver of U.S. sanctions against the government of Venezuela so that Trinidad and Tobago can pursue the development of the Dragon gas field, which is located in Venezuela's waters. What is your sense of this development in terms of what it could mean for the energy sector locally and even regionally?
Man, Joel, I haven't stopped smiling since yesterday after hearing this. What it means, everything for us. You know, in the energy sector, we don't make planning decisions for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years. So when we look at what the gas production looks like right now, okay, we are fine for a few years, but what Venezuelan gas does for us is that it allows us to plan our business for 5, 10, 15, 20 years out.
The Dragon Gas Across the Border project would not start immediately, but it is giving hope to local energy sector service providers, especially after the past 2 years of the COVID pandemic.
I am hopeful, I am optimistic, and I am overjoyed with that announcement yesterday. I mean, I can't tell you how many calls I've gotten, how many messages I've gotten, especially from service companies, because service companies have gone through hell the last few years, right? We've had to downsize, we've had to really figure out how to survive, and this breathe a breath of fresh air into the service sector in this country. And I think people are looking forward to it coming online. They're looking at reinvesting in their business, rehiring and recommitting to their businesses here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Before announcing that the U.S. government has given the green light for the Dragon Gas project to proceed, the Prime Minister gave an assessment at the Energy Conference on Monday via the measurement of 1 billion cubic feet or BCF per day.
Natural gas in particular is required as a fuel for our power plants and as feedstock for our gas-based industries, inclusive of LNG, and is currently at 2.8 BCF per day, down from 4.1 BCF at peak during our earlier time. Gas production will improve in 2023 based on projects which came on stream in mid to late 2022, such as Shell's Colibri project, BP's Cassia compression project, and EOG Resources Osprey West project.
The Prime Minister also said there's to be a further boost in 2023 by BPTT's infill program and EOG Resources Osprey East development. However, there remains the issue of the Lauren Manatee Field, which has an estimated resource of 10.04 trillion cubic feet of natural gas, of which 2.712 trillion cubic feet is within the Manatee Field, which is in Trinidad and Tobago's waters, with the rest being in Venezuela's waters.
You look at the production coming on from hopefully Dragon very soon, from Manatee soon, and then in deep water. I mean, for the first time in a long time, people in Trinidad and Tobago think that we can get back to 4 BCF a day.
Which is a big deal for us.
It is a massive deal. Can you remember what Trinidad and Tobago felt like when we were producing and consuming 4 BCF a day? There was hope in the country. There was joy in the country. And I'm really looking forward to getting this thing going.
The Prime Minister had announced that the waiver on sanctions that the U.S. government has placed on the administration of President Nicolas Maduro for the Dragon deal to go ahead is initially for 2 years.
We have to give big credit to the government of Trinidad and Tobago. And sometimes we hold them to task, but you have to give Jack his jacket. And this one, I'm really happy with the way the government went about this and negotiating this. It could not have been an easy negotiation. It never is in these type of sanctions. But there was a lot of work being done by the government, great support from the private sector, and I'm really grateful that we were able to get that waiver.
And as Rams Logistics is praising the government of Trinidad and Tobago for its victory with the Dragon deal, the company is hoping for a win in its legal battle against the 10 charges based on allegations of false declarations which were filed by the Guyana Revenue Authority against Rams Logistics Guyana Incorporated.
That matter comes up in about a month's time, and we feel confident that we've been open, we've done the right thing every single time, and we will continue to do the right thing, and that we will be able to get through with this.
Rams Logistics Guyana Incorporated won its legal battle to receive a local content certificate to continue operating in Guyana. Jules Brown, TV6 News.
It's in the village of the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We have become such a doom and gloom country that we will find all excuses now as to, well, when this go happen, how long it go take. I mean, you think it just go and drill and get it tomorrow? No. It might take 2-3 years. That's natural. That it just don't happen just so. But the idea is that this has start, right? There was the United States have now put us in a favorable position that we could start to do something, and hopefully, some of that money that's going to be made will trickle down to the people who dearly needs it. Who dearly needs it. But if you don't have it, if you don't even have it, but now we have the opportunity to start doing something, and hopefully the government will understand that, the people are not happy with them because the people are suffering. And hopefully, yes, Vonnie, hopefully. And you see, I like that word, Vonnie, hopefully, because many of us drop the fully and put less. Many people say it's hopeless. I believe it's hopeful. I want to think that it's hopeful, that something good is going to happen. Anderson Wilson, welcome. Anderson Wilson say, oh God, Anderson Wilson says, Wall Street, that ain't going to happen. You don't know that. Let me give you an opportunity now.
Oh Lord.
Oh God, look, Judy says, it can't have joy with this P&M gang in office. They continue to oppress its citizens. But we have opportunities here, right, in order to have a seismic shift in the lives of people in Trinidad and Tobago. All right, let's say the United States had kept the sanctions on Venezuela and we couldn't do the deal, because if we had gone the deal, we would have gotten sanctions. Then what?
But Anselm, I hear you. However, I don't want to say but.
Well, however is but.
However, my grandmother always said, don't say but. However,
that's but.
when you look at all the ingredients that are there in the picture, the acquisition of the deal, the handshake and everything, it's the same fella you're seeing, So you're wondering, and if you were in their position, you're not in their position. If you were in their position to say, I wonder if this fellow would do right by we now, boy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
But
and then look. Let's say he's not voted back into power. Let's say they do change, they do an exchange. The exchange would be let's say they do an exchange for they do the regular exchange. Let me use that word. The person that go back in there, the one that want to exercise vindictiveness, and because it's something that they started, they may not want to continue, or they may continue with it, but they'll siphon it their way and make sure the people that are holding their cards and supporters benefit, right? And that is not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be for all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And to hear the Honorable Mr. Pandey say, confirm our concerns, I throw my hands in the air. It shouldn't be that way. Everybody's a Trinidadian, a Trinbagonian, except me as a Trinbagonian. Everybody's a Trinbagonian. Why are they behaving so? Why are they behaving so? You don't want your neighbor down the street in the other village or wherever living a good life. Why? Because they're carrying a yellow card, a pink card, a blue card, a purple card, a green and blue card. Come on. Everybody is Trinbagonian. Everybody should be having something, some exercise, some good food, riches, driving a car. Children should be in good schools. The crime should not be out of control. You should be able to walk your neighborhood well and not be a victim of crime.
But
Come
Diana,
on.
But Diana, to be honest with you,
Sure.
Eugene Julian says, and I'll go read highly comment just now. Eugene Julian says, Diana, you have to be optimistic.
Yeah, I am optimistic.
No,
That's
you're
what
not.
I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
you're not optimistic.
I'm not optimistic.
No, you're not.
Okay. And I sit down here time after time and hear, well, and in the chat right now, this one thief this and the next one thief that. And when this one went, and I'm hearing it and I'm reading it. I'm not optimistic. I'm only regurgitating what you, the citizens, feed into our chat and send off to, to us. I'm only regurgitating what you say. I don't live in this society, eh? I'm only regurgitating what I read and what you all share amongst each other.
But Diana, I'm asking the question again. If United States, if it had state status quo, and United States didn't sign this deal allowing Trinidad to drill for that natural gas, then what?
I don't know.
Then what?
And then they'll have to go and schmooze with Barbados and dig up the gas there in Tobago. They have gas somewhere about between Tobago and Grenada, right? But they don't want to go and wake up Kickum Jenny.
So even in the face of hope,
it is it's hopeful. I'm not against it, you know.
No, I'm not saying you're against it.
Okay.
But you are saying that. You know, you are worried about, well, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen?
And I'm only regurgitating what citizens say, not I, because I don't live there. I don't live there. I don't have to benefit from nothing from any government in Trinidad and Tobago. I've set myself up like that. But I am just saying, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that live there should have a good life. They should. There shouldn't be all this crime.
Maybe
God.
All the things that have happened, and when this happens, you might have a new government. You never know. When this happens, whoever is in power now going to say, you know what, boys? We can't do like we did before.
Should.
Right? We have to do differently now.
Thank you. And it should be unity.
And they decide to do differently. But when you have people like Hailey talking, Hailey, right? Yes, you Hailey. Anselm talk a bunch of hype talk. And then when you get to Trinidad citizen, he talking about hope. Hope it trickle down.
And let me tell you something, Anselm. Go ahead.
Anselm, you're full of baloney.
Oh,
you PNM blah blah. How does PNM blah blah?
Oh,
you know what? You know what, Hailey? You know what? I suggest go in my corner, like little Jack corner, sit down and be quiet and don't say nothing. Hailey go be happy with that.
Oh.
If we were to take what Mr. Pandey says seriously, the choices are either doom or gloom.
Doom or gloom.
Because it's Y and Z.
Y and Z. Y and Z. And I agree.
I'm not. You want me? I'm not versed in politics. I'm not versed in. I can write a good essay. I could give a good poem, but I'm not versed in politics.
Harry Truman says, a pessimist is one who makes difficulties of his opportunities. An optimist is one who makes opportunities of his difficulties.
Yep. I'm only going, and if the Bazio Pandit can say it, you hear our political analysts and scientists come in. You hear, you draw from them, and you watch. You see the headlines in the paper. You see the post share in between. You hear, and you sit to yourself, I wonder, but what does they really want, though? What is really going on? What are they setting themselves up for? What do you want? And I've stopped going after the politicians now, I'm going after the population. What it is they really want, Anselm? What do they want for themselves? What do they want for themselves? You have to ask them that, because let me tell you, they vote and they put the politician in there. All the people for the people, by the people. What they want for themselves?
They want their party in power. That's what they want. By any
what they
means
really want for themselves.
They want their party in power. That's what they want.
What they
got what they want. So what else is there?
They want
you really want for yourself.
There's nothing to complain. There's nothing for them to complain about.
They go back to party in power. That's what
they have nothing to complain about, because they put what they have is what they wanted.
Yep. What they want, and because I hear Bazio Van, they said, other people have said it too, because of the different the way Trinidad has become, the different races in there. It needs some kind of thing for somebody to go between. They need to change the judicial system, the legislative branch. Something needs to be done, because everything is. He did say the Constitution. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah,
we keep saying that. We keep saying that over and over.
Who is going to stand up and say? And is anybody going to put it on their portfolio, their banner, their running ticket? Okay, I am going to change I'm going to put forward legislation to change the Constitution XYZ for betterment of who is going to stand up and do that when they're afraid?
This is a half a century conversation that we're carrying on.
Let's get it done, because you see how we're going in with Trinidad and Tobago reach. Stand up on a podium and say, hello, I am going to put forward legislation on. If you put me to represent you,
who's going to stand up on that podium?
Who goes on the podium?
Stay right there. 1 minute. Stay right there. Let's go for a quick station. When we come back, we go see who Diana wants to stand up on our podium to say that.
Me and Stormy.
We go see who Diana go get. We go send Diana to Trinidad for her to get somebody to stand up on the podium to get what she wants to get. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. It's in the village of the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come there every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's 7 to 10 p.m. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this message. It's Tommy, Diana, Anselm, and me in the village of the
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, Maplewood, New Jersey, broadcasting from Essex County.
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in New Jersey for talk, news, sports, and information from the Caribbean.
Strive to be happy. Relentless search for luxury. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant knock within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring fight to be like a king. Children become delinquent for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously.
We are back with you. Do we have any appreciation in Trinidad and Tobago? Do we appreciate anything in Trinidad and Tobago?
I think we have more separation than appreciation.
Thank you very much. Tom. We are not appreciate. What we does appreciate?
I appreciate the calypso.
We were talking about, before we went to the break, the constitutional reform. When the people's partnership, I said, I didn't mean partnership, I meant partnership. When the people's partnership took power, one of the foremost conversation was the constitutional reform. And I looked forward to it. I was so elated. I thought, well, finally we're going to get something done. They had the mandate to do it. What they do? They got distracted. There were a lot of distractions. They got distracted and because they weren't focused. All the focus was on how quickly we can get rich. And that was it. What happened? They dropped the ball. That's why we are where we are, talking the same conversation for the last 50 years now about constitutional reform. That's all I got to say about that. And that was recent.
I have this saved. Let me read this. This is property taxes. Monday, the 21st of December, 2009. During the last sitting of Parliament, the property tax bill was passed, with 22 PNM members voting for the bill and 10 UNC opposition members voting against it.
Didn't some people abstain too?
No, this was property tax way back.
Property tax, oh yeah.
Yeah. On January 1st, 2010, the property tax became law. That same year, the PP proposed to axe the tax if they came into office. It was a promise they did not keep. The only change that was made by the PP government during their term was the suspension of the payment of the tax for the period January 2010 to December 2015, which the PNM also did when they came into office in 2015 to further suspend the tax to December 2018. The PP had the mandate, if they wanted to, or no, we could have property tax. They decided against it. They came and said they axed the tax. Remember that?
No. Yeah, but did they keep their promise? Did they really axe it?
No, they didn't keep their promise.
They
didn't keep their promise. They did not keep their promise. So
and anybody Anybody get up and question them? No. Population, let that go.
Question.
That's why it's Y and Z.
Y and Z, yeah. That was a good one.
Bloom. That's what we working with. Zoom and Bloom.
That was our boss one by Pandey. But you know what, folks? We want to start something new here in the village. If you want to call us at 973-868-1444. You can call us at 973-868-1444. The number is on the screen. You can call us via WhatsApp, 973-868-1444. And listen, and that's what I tell you, in Trinidad, we have politicians in HDD. Hypocritical, deceitful, and disingenuous.
And to those citizens in Trinidad and Tobago, I want to tell them that a first world country is born of first world citizens. A citizen becomes first world by defying all divisions. Well, you understand what I just tell all you, right?
Yeah. But Vonnie, the PP said they will ask the tax. Ask it. They had the mandate to do it.
They're not doing nothing.
They had the mandate. They didn't need the PNM. They need the PNM to do it.
Anselm, we've had many of them who were in office here before at that time here in the village. And every time I ask them a question, they give me some cockamamie excuse that makes made no sense at all. Because when we have persons like the Silver Fox telling us that they could have done it, and I know that they had the mandate, they had enough persons in Parliament to do it, and they didn't do it. Well, anything they say now is just a waste of breath.
But Ali saying Pep is the future. I mean, if we want to
go back, but Anselm, you can't support your red people, and he supporting you can't knock him for that, boy.
Me knocking him.
Let you know who he's supporting, but that's strong.
That's what we like. We like when you come in the village.
Supporter.
Listen, that's what we like. We like when you come in the village. You don't hide who you support. You're not afraid to say if you want to support the UNC, support the UNC. You want to support NTA, support the NTA. You want to support PNM, support PNM. You want to support PDP, support PDP. However, when they ain't doing right for the country, stand up and be counted. Stand up and be counted. Attire tell Hailey, tell Philip Alexander, it's not Philip will fix it. Attire tell him that, but you're not listening. You think Hailey afraid to go and tell Philip that? You're afraid. But I could tell the PNM, when they lock out all them people out of the country, I could stand up and tell them it was wrong. Yeah? I could stand up and tell them that.
That's what we did. We told them that was wrong. Wrong move.
I'm afraid. And that's the part of the problem that we have. Right? People in the country saying that the RPNM, right? And the KUNC is not good for Trinidad and Tobago. Some people afraid to say that. Right? People hiding behind all kind of things. You listen, if you don't want to support Israel Khan, right? And instead of saying you ain't voting for, you do a spoiled ballot. You're hiding behind, you're shady. You do a spoiled ballot. Right? Only trying to get Kamala Prasad to sess out. Listen, I support Karen Nunes to share openly. Me and I to support him. It's that people don't want to support Dr. Rowley and they're behind the closed door. But we need supporting him, But I really can't say nothing publicly, You know what I'm saying? I had to hide. You know what I mean? I had to make it look like if I supporting him.
And that's sad. That's sad.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Sad.
And to back up what you said, numbers didn't lie.
That's sad.
Numbers didn't lie.
Numbers didn't lie.
Look, 18,000 the last internal election, and this election is like 10,000. Look,
numbers didn't lie.
In his own constituency, less than 200 people voted for him. But people afraid that talk. Listen, when Stuart Young called them 3 black people pottongs and termites.
And Johnny come latelys. guess
yes, 99% of them PNM people had a toothache.
No,
They had
the thing is
what
that
in their gums.
he's the latest Johnny and calling people Johnny come lately.
Right.
How he fix his mouth to do that?
2014 he come.
Because they allow him. They allow him.
Party long time. Potong Termite and Johnny come lately. And Suklal, however your name is.
Because they allow him.
Where you come from?
They allow him to do that.
What? And people want to talk. All you listen. All you look.
No, they're not. I don't see.
I waste my time, man.
They're not stand. You know.
I said they are disingenuous.
Yeah.
The HDD, hypocritical, deceitful, and disingenuous. The hypocritical, disingenuous. Yep. You have a man who's a Johnny come lately, right? Or a Stuart come lately, right? Or a Young come lately, and you telling person who been in the party longer than you that they are potongs and termites. You call 3 black people potongs and termites, and the same black people who had to vote for him to become chairman of the party to win his constituency, right? You calling them people potongs and termites.
But Anselm didn't have to vote for him. Anybody put a gun to their head. You let me tell you, I sit down, I have a party card, and you calling me a potong and a termite, you ain't getting nothing from me. Not even a sneeze.
You don't understand.
I understand. That is the problem. Somebody had to stand up and break the norm.
You don't understand.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's Anselm.
You don't understand the Cosa Nostra.
You don't understand.
Rosa.
You don't understand. You can't understand.
And Anselm, you're right. I don't understand. I don't want to.
No, you don't
Rosa, Costa, breadfruit, whatever. Somebody has some stupid code, and you're telling me what? But then you have control of my brain. You in charge of me. You in charge of me then. You telling me, you telling me that you're so powerful that what? Nah. Well then we might as well be living under Elizabeth's skirt tail then.
Who is the main employer in the country?
We might, and when I got to CBT in China.
That has a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it.
Anselm, you cannot.
That has a lot to do with it.
As a human being, you cannot give away your rights because of what? And you have a job that should not be held like a dagger over your head. Then you are not living in a republic. You are living in a socialist, communist country. I say so.
No,
I say so. That
is a
democracy.
Yeah. It is a
You're
democracy.
not living. Yeah, a
democracy.
What
because
democracy?
You can go and vote person in, and you can vote a person out.
Yeah, I like you to call it a democ receipt.
Well, it's a democracy.
A democ deceit. That's what it is.
But you have the ability to go and vote for a person or not vote for a person.
Yeah, but you're frightened to exercise yourself openly. You're living in a communist place. You cannot say anything against. You're living in a communist place. You're not free. You're not free. There's an illusion. Like my friend looking like TD Jakes here will say, you're free, dumb. You're not free. If you can't say nothing. You're frightened to vote. You're frightened to stand up in the party and challenge for leadership. You're frightened to do this. And so we living in you're on a plantation. You're on a plantation. You can't do nothing. You're not free. So don't come and tell me that. If I am somewhere and I cannot exercise my rights freely without fear of repercussion, I ain't free. I ain't free.
Because freedom ain't free.
I ain't free. Nah.
Forget, everyone has a price. Don't forget that.
I ain't free.
Everyone has a price.
But nobody ain't gonna hold. Look, Anselm, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was a Bajan. I don't know. Because I don't know. I've been this way too long. You can come tell me I can't stand up and vote and tell you I ain't voting for you. I don't like how you're doing. So I'm not giving you my vote. Do what you got to do. I could tell you to your face. I ain't hiding it. I'm not free. If I cannot vote as I want, I can't say as I want, I can't stand up and challenge you for leadership in the party. The people not happy with you. Hey, go home now. Give somebody else a chance. Then we not free, Anselm. They're not free. They have a dagger over the head and the nose a cold straw, the chicken cold straw, whatever you call it. It dies working on them.
Take it easy, babes. Take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy. Them people happy. You talking about them free.
Yeah, they're not happy. I get. They're not happy.
The other day, it ram out, you know. We fed
The
ram out, you know.
The fed ram out.
Oh, you mean Army Fed coming up the other days? All the DJs, all the soca thing, they have ram out, you know. They have Marshall. What's that? Fantastic Friday coming up.
I hear $2,500 for a fella ask. What we getting? We getting steak. A girl. We getting steak. We getting caviar, and again round trip transportation.
And we get the opportunity to wine low.
Yeah. But me, I was going for carnival 2 years. I go and play with some band.
Yeah, you just want to go home and wine on some naked bumps. That's all you want to go and do.
No, me, I don't wine on no naked bumps.
Yeah, that's all you want to go and do. You don't want to go and do nothing else.
I mean, most of the children who go for carnival had to wine on something.
So
you don't go to carnival. You don't play mass in Trinidad and don't wine on something.
I don't wine on no naked bumps. I can tell you that.
You're calling out Anselm?
Yeah, that's all he want to go and do.
No, I had enough of carnival.
You see? Too much of whining.
No, no, that nothing to do with the whining. I part of it, yeah.
Too much of whining.
If you go carnival and you ain't take a wine, you waste your time.
He whining won't break.
Ask Alison Hines. The whining does never stop inside any mass.
Whining never stop, boy. What's wrong with you?
No. You have a fellow, Delamo sing, I can't wine, don't ask me to wine. I can't wine.
That's right.
Man, Anselm only whining won't break. Lana said better borrow Stormy and Senny in Parliament.
Yeah, Ali saying how he telling Vonnie, I hope for some trickle-down theory, trickle-down effect. What trickle-down effect? What's wrong with you? Like you think it's Margaret Thatcher, you talking about a Ronald Reagan? Trickle-down? I don't believe in no trickle-down effect. I ever said anything about any trickle-down?
I want to see the dragon. Well, Sparrow have a song called the Dragon. I want to see this dragon thing and how it, but you know it come around in the time, you know, election coming up, so let me see now.
Hey, Eiley, let me tell you something, eh? My hip bad. What's wrong with you? Boy, I am a long distance runner. Let me just tell you something. Eh? I just run long distance. If you don't know, right, I'll leave it there.
Ask somebody.
Ask somebody.
Anselm hit body overdose on snake oil.
Ask them about Butty the long distance runner. I just comment to my cock, you know, Butty.
Oh, Butty the long. Yeah, well, I'm not speaking for all Trimbegonians, Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene, tell she, because she like to speak for all Trimbegonians.
Yeah, I'm not speaking for all Trimbegonians. Hell no, Eugene, no. But I know a lot of all, yeah.
Yeah, no. Here comes Highly Twin.
Eugene, go and lift some of your weights or something that you're always lifting and leave me alone.
Here comes Highly Twin, Vonnie Roberts.
Who stopped the train? Who closed down sugarcane?
Sugarcane industry. Who closed down Petrochin? Who leads the pitch lake and more to say? Highly Twin.
Ooh.
That Twin.
Or Y&Z.
Yeah, Y&Z. It's between Y and Z.
That's a calypso verse there.
Yeah. Richard Ramoop say either Y or Z is the best. Y or Z is the best.
Y or Z.
Richard, you better go and eat some of them moko fig that you're planting, eh?
You know, it's sad, boy. You know, and
no, it's not sad. It's not sad. What's sad? Oh, it's sad.
Well, and they're going to get loans for for carnival costumes. I'm like, okay,
What
go
wrong with
ahead.
that?
Go ahead.
What wrong with that?
Go right ahead.
If you could afford to pay it back, what wrong with going and get a loan?
Yeah,
if you get approved, that means you could afford.
If you get approved, correct is right. If
Yeah,
I
you
want
gotta-
to go and get a loan, why you worried about if a person want to go and get a loan for a costume?
Yeah, you got yeah, you're right. I don't have to pay it back. You're right.
If
I
you
have my
want to
own.
go and get,
I have
go and
my
get a
own
loan for
bills
your
here.
costume. What I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that
have my property tax to
maybe that the
pay,
last
my
time.
car to pay, my credit card to pay. Well, Stormy dog food to buy.
Right? So wait, you go and get a dog and them go and wine for carnival. Right? Them ain't go get no dog, but you upset with them, they want to go for carnival. They upset with you, you go and get a dog. And you putting your dog in daycare every 2 weeks. The dog in daycare. You getting the dog weed to smoke. Weed to eat. You getting the dog all kind of thing. All kind of thing you getting that dog. That poor dog. Eh?
Oh, good.
Next thing the dog, poor dog Basil, the dog trying to walk backwards, all kind of thing.
Lana said, Diana, you're checking on Stormy. I'm fighting too quiet. Next thing you fighting each
Yeah, poor dog. I feel sorry for that dog. Yeah, Eugene. You checking Stormy and find you quiet. Next thing inside the hijab. Yeah. That poor dog.
It's Lana, it's
she have a bottle. She have a bottle with the sensor mania.
Lana, it's a veterinarian approved hemp cookie.
I never know a dog getting kuchupeng. I never know that.
Fancy name, same difference.
Go on Amazon and look for Carmen. Go on Amazon.
420?
Go on Amazon.
It's 420. Yeah.
Listen, you know
Stormy. You getting 420, 421, and 422.
Go on Amazon and start and put in Carmen shoes for dogs. And you'll see they're hemp laced. All of them are laced with hemp.
Yeah, but Diana, Eugenia, why you keep criticizing the culture of Trinidad and Tobago?
I don't pay Eugenia, because I'm a Trinidadian. Watch yourself. And I know what I'm talking about.
Diana, you have never been to Carnival?
Yeah.
You never played in a mass in a band?
In Trinidad, no.
And how about in Barbados?
Yeah.
What about in New York?
Yes.
You played mass?
Yeah, Borokeets and Hall.
Borokeets?
Uh-huh.
So when he was in the band, he used to walk sideways?
No. I had on, I dressed nicely. I had on a whole back suit, and they had me as a, what was I? Twice I was a Ethiopian something, and they put grass skirt on me and grass and some crown on my head and something across here and long thing on my arm like a flap and long tights and whatever. My bamsi wasn't outside.
Hey, but listen, Lana raised a good point there. Diana, be careful when you're going to Trinidad and you're taking Stormy. Do not take any puchung peng with you.
Stormy ain't going to Trinidad. Stormy is going to be here.
Don't try to go to customs and go with no kuchung peng. Right? Next thing, and you can't tell the customer officer it's for the dog.
Well, I could tell him he eating the dog. He eat it. I didn't know he eat it. So he go pass it out.
Oh God! And the thing was, sister, now she right there, I can't get she ID card because she always back up in Trinidad. Yes.
Well. As a Trinity too, so I have earned the right. I know what is going on.
Yeah. Diana, oh God, Eugene going after you tonight, boy. Diana.
I don't care about Eugene. Let Eugene go on. Eugene, why don't you go try to lift up them weights that you just be trying to lift up?
Why you attacking me personally?
Go and drink. Lace your punch with some Stormy cookies. Maybe you'll be able to lift up them weights.
You tell we. Nobody in app say you come and tell we you're feeding the dog kuchung peng.
I never. Hello.
And
I said. Hey, hello. Don't put words in my mouth. I said veterinarian approved hemp.
Okay, all right. So if I go down to the dispensary, If I go down to the dispensary down the road and I get vet, was it?
If the doctor give me a prescription.
Yeah, the doctor give me a prescription for some weed. The doctor give me a prescription for some weed pills. Or weed candy. You know what I mean? Weed candy. It's not weed.
Hey, go on Amazon and you'll see they sell calming chews for dogs with hemp in them.
Okay.
Hey, well, that's big business, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you're a little hyper. So I have to give him something to calm him down, especially near the bedtime.
Why you get the dog? What's the reason you get the dog for?
Come back by bedtime, he need to take his behind and go to sleep.
Okay.
So he wants to run high. He wants to run hyper 24 hours a day. Nah, he needs to calm down.
Dog, I saw you for that dog. Let's take the poor dog, Nadia. Adopt that dog. Adopt Stormy. Serious. And drop this Storm and just call him me. M-Y. They even call him the whole Storm. Just call him me. Come me. Next thing me go say, I put up and take all that weed. You know. I can't call him weed. All that weed I get. I don't want no more weed. I can't take it no more.
Ready, say, Stormy so high. He go recite a poem.
Next thing Stormy talking out of the night that covers me from pale to pale. I smoke every night from 8 to 8. Boy, oh God, boy. That anything with cruel punishment to animals.
Like I said, it's veterinarian approved. Okay, good. So all little go and say I gave the dog who's on
Ken John, you're absolutely correct.
Ken John said
correct. Ken John said the PNM is still a strong party and a well-oiled machinery. 100%.
Yeah. Ken John, I like how you spell machinery. You're right. That is what it is. Machinery, not machinery.
Ken John, you're 100% correct. You're full 100. Don't care what they say. Right?
Yeah, a well-oiled machinery is right.
As a matter of fact, all right. So just listen to this. I had this there. Listen to this. Right? What else can we see in Trinidad and Tobago? Is there any other party in Trinidad and Tobago we can say the same thing? Is there any party? Diana, please listen with an open mind. Right? And don't let other things distract you from listening to what you're supposed to listen to. All right? Please. I want you to stay focused. Hey, Dana.
Let me go and eat one of Stormy cookie then.
You know, I was not gonna say put that cookie down. I was not gonna say put on the cookie. I was gonna say, Dana, put on that cookie. I see she reach over the Amazon bag and she going in the bag to get the cookie. Listen to this.
It was a function to largely celebrate the People's National Movement's 67th anniversary. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, however, did not forget this important message to the nation. He rallies PNM members and followers near and far to support the party through this era of transformation, during which he says the country needs the PNM more than ever.
We have made significant strides. We are respected internationally. But the road ahead is not going to be a permanently smooth one. In fact, when we look at our economic possibilities, we look at the demands of our children, the requirement for health care and attention of our elderly, the challenges are all very significant.
Dr. Rowley says people should be prepared to put their shoulders to the wheel to weather changes that may arise.
I don't want you for 1 minute to believe that it's going to be plain sailing in Trinidad and Tobago. There are difficult times ahead, and we have to prepare to deal with those difficult times. And it is not everything that we have been accustomed to that we can claim as an entitlement because circumstances change.
And with declining oil resources, he says it can't be business as usual.
Because how do you explain to an educated population that we are in fact benefiting largely from state support, where our bills are being paid in many areas by the state through public policy. You use water, the state pays a significant portion of your bill. You use electricity, the state pays a significant portion of your bill. You use the health system, the state pays a significant portion of your bill.
Dr. Rowley touches on the Regulated Industries Commission's ongoing consultation on a proposed increase of electricity rates.
You go out there to conduct the consultation, and political failures take over the process. And every night is the same political failures who out there telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago that the RIC is the devil, the government is wicked, and the proposals are unconscionable.
He says the opposition has been baiting PNM MPs to attend consultations so they can then claim that the process was politicized.
But let me tell you all something, PNM people and the rest of this country. What is unconscionable is if we do not rectify the situation, put some ease in place for TNTech, and avoid TNTech being in a position where they have to cut the service to the nation because they cannot pay the bill and the raw material isn't available.
Dr. Rowley did not leave without responding to a public comment repeated at the consultation.
And they say, not at this time, okay, fine. Which time? When is it ever a good time? Because every time there are challenges. There are always challenges.
The Regulated Industries Commission says upon completion of its consultation, it will take a period of 3 months before it comes to a final decision. Urvashi Tawari, Rupnarayan, TV6 News.
On top of that, I want you all to listen to this. On top of that, I want you all to listen.
Trinidad and Tobago today. In a third world country, plagued by crime and a failing state, the daily reality for many citizens is one of fear and desperation. Let's take a look at Trinidad and Tobago, where the population lives in denial. The high murder rate, which is among the highest in the world on a per capita basis, is a stark reminder of the lawlessness and instability that characterizes this nation.
A man want to come around me already to try to rape me already inside of the same road, and I don't want to take the risk that going on the road there by myself with my 2 children walking on the road there anytime. And it could happen to me and my children with my 2 girls, because I have 2 girls who walk the same road, walking here, and I be afraid.
At the same time, economic inequality has reached staggering levels, with a tiny elite controlling the vast majority of the country's wealth. This has led to the erosion of the middle class, leaving many people struggling to make ends meet on a daily basis. For those living in poverty, the situation is especially dire. Many are forced to survive paycheck to paycheck, always one step above poverty but never truly secure. They are often forced to live in high-risk communities where crime is rampant, and where the state's presence is virtually non-existent.
These children are my own, which is, them family is the Pedro family them. The Pedro family them, and the street this side of these children has nobody. So it's very hard, man. Some of them I just sit down and cry myself to sleep on the night come. To see how they treated my children. I don't know how it is already. It just bother me. They'll be saying that, oh, the grandmother will keep saying that, oh, this is not my children, this is not my son's children, this is not my son's children, all kind of thing. And all kind of things just be telling them, just want to treat them like there's nobody.
Adding insult to injury, these people often feel that they are better off than others living in different poor communities. They have a sense of belonging and identification with their community, but fail to realize that they are all facing the same struggles and the same issues in their daily lives. There are several reasons why some individuals who are considered poor may not see themselves as such. One reason is that they may have different cultural or societal norms and values that define poverty differently from the way it is defined in developed countries. Additionally, people may compare themselves to others within their own community or social circle, rather than to those in more affluent areas. This can lead to a sense of relative rather than absolute poverty. Additionally, people may also be in denial about their financial situation or have a strong sense of pride that prevents them from acknowledging their poverty. This situation is a reflection of the systemic failure of the state to provide for its citizens and protect them from harm. It is a failure that has led to widespread poverty, crime, and despair. There is an urgent need for the government and other institutions to take action to address this crisis. This includes investing in programs to reduce poverty, creating jobs, and strengthening the rule of law. It also means ensuring that the benefits of economic growth are shared more widely, so that all citizens have a chance to thrive. Furthermore, community organizations and NGOs should play a crucial role in helping people in these communities by educating them on their rights, providing them with basic services, and working on projects that create jobs and opportunities. Ultimately, if meaningful action is not taken soon, the situation in this country is likely to continue to deteriorate, with more people slipping into poverty, more crime, and more hopelessness. It is the collective responsibility of all citizens, the government, and the international community to work together to bring about meaningful change and to create a brighter future for all. HCN News.
See?
Poverty is
yeah, we go play that song, Poverty is Hell. But listen to this, right? You see, Tommy and Diana, they could say what they want, eh? You just get all different perspective when you come in the village.
Yep.
You don't get one perspective, right? We want people to think critical. We want critical thinkers, think critical. You ain't getting one perspective, a pro perspective here because I'm supporting this party and I want to look at this now, eh? Look at this. Tommy, if you could read that headline there for me.
Trinidad likely to solve water problem by 1960.
Wait.
This article was 1957. You see?
That's a year. They're supposed to solve it the year after I was born. What happened?
What happened in all those years?
What happened?
So 63 years ago.
What happened? Hey, will you call out my age? So I tell you to calculate my age?
WZYE.
Oh, better be. Go in the corner.
I'm talking about Trinidad likely to solve water problem by 1960.
Ooh. 1960. I'm trying to keep warm in here. But ain't nothing working.
And we still, right? This is July 16th. Let me get this. It's like July 16th, 1957.
And who was in power then?
Eric.
I don't care who was in power.
Hey, the party answer them support.
No, because there are other people that came in power and they say we solve the waterfall. Everybody in Trinidad will get water. Right? Every time somebody comes in, they say, look, since 1957, Trinidad likely to solve water problem by 1960.
Yeah, that mama gisms to get votes.
And the people on them and doing and all they be doing is talking. Talk.
But when you're on the outside looking in, you have all the solutions. What you get inside is another story.
Yep.
Whole new ball game.
Nobody. Yeah? Well, Anselm, they solve it partially. They let me don't criticize like Eugene says. They put a standpipe.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Carice, welcome. Good night.
What are you supposed to do? Stand up by it?
Let me go. They put, Fitzgerald Hines went and they did a ribbon cutting for the standpipe, no? Or they did a photo up by the stand. They put a standpipe. So, that is the beginning of solving the water problems.
All right. Every time I pass by there, I'll stand up straight.
So you're in that neighborhood and you have to take a bath, go fill your bucket and stand up by the the standpipe and take a bath. And then carry a carbolic soap and take a bath by the standpipe.
Rose says too many political parties on board. So it's all pointing to the PNM will win the next general election. And all of them, or at least some of them, come together and join forces to overthrow the PNM.
That's the only way.
PNM is
That's the only way.
PNM is the only stable party in Trinidad and Tobago. People may not like it, but it's the truth.
Yep.
All right. Ken John asks, Hailey, you and Trinidad Margo, I think these are the PEP followers here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Ken John says, Hailey, I want to ask you a question. If PEP put Kamala as the leader, will you all vote for that?
Woo!
Hailey, answer the question. You and Trinidad Margo, answer the question.
Woo!
That's a great question, Ken John.
Well, if UNC don't want, if UNCites don't want you as a leader, you think Pep will?
Yeah, because Pep. Anyway, oh God, I don't know.
But
I only want you. Only one.
You have parties led by what's the guy's name? Abu Bakar's son. People, he's going to invoke, memories of the coup. I mean, it is obvious people are going to align him with a memory of the coup. His name alone.
But he could very well be the best option for Trinidad. Could very well be.
Yeah, but no, Abu Bakar's son, whatever his name is. I don't want to call him. Right? But Anselm, come on, be real. People are going to remember the coup always with him, like they always remember the the Brad Boys with Judge Volney. Come on, Trinidad is you're talking about, They're going to remember that coup.
Was he even born when the coup occurred?
That ain't got nothing to do with it. What's his name?
Abu Bakar.
Fuad Abu Bakar.
I don't talk. I don't say no more.
Dana, did you play Juve Old Mass in New York?
No, I bought a costume and I didn't borrow the $300.
So you bought a costume to play?
And I didn't borrow the $300. I didn't owe no bank, no high APR for no $300.
Why you didn't play?
I played mass, but I didn't borrow no $300.
Also, wait now, you played Juve Old Mass?
No, I did not play Juve. I don't like Juve Old Mass.
No, I know what people in Trinidad are confusing it with when she said she played with
No, I played. No, I didn't play Old Mass. I jumped on the Parkway later on in the day.
What was the name of the band you played with again?
Borokit and Hawks.
Yeah, but Borokit is known to be Old Mass. But
but they had their. But no, but not here. Yeah, up here, up in New York, it's down in New York, it's pretty mass. Yeah,
nice mass in Trinidad is Old Mass.
Yeah, but I didn't know that.
That's why they're kind of getting confused.
Oh, but I didn't know that they were associated with Old Mass in Trinidad.
Yeah, Borokit is Old Mass in Trinidad.
Yeah, Diana Curry says, I think we're getting a little feedback from you, Tommy.
You think, or are you sure?
I think. Let me see. Hold on. Let me mute your mic and see.
Is it me?
No, I think it's Tommy. Yeah, we're getting feedback. Curry says, yes, Diana, that's how people see his son. That's why they won't vote for him.
Yeah.
But I do believe he could make a difference.
He could make a difference, but you see the name alone, I'm telling you, maybe 20, 30 years from now, it may not be so fresh in their head. I don't know. But right now, no, I'm telling you. And with leaders around the world, that name alone, just a suggestion, just an observation. I'm not saying it's so, but.
So, Ken John, Hailey answered you. He said, answer to Ken John. Pep don't want nothing to do with UNC, PNM, or 1%. We stand alone. But Hailey,
she could join if she wants.
Hailey, you used to be a UNC. He used to be a COP. I think he was an ILP.
Ooh, all of that?
I think he was everything.
Hmm.
I mean, how loyal can you be if you've been in almost every party in Trinidad and Tobago? And Hailey, where's your loyalty, Hailey? If you've been if you have been part of almost a COP too, if you've been almost part of every party in Trinidad, what's called that? What does call that when you? What does call that?
Grasshopping.
Oh, that's what I call it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I call it grasshopping.
Okay. Tommy, you have a different definition, or that is what it is?
Tommy muted.
No, he muted. Tommy? That's better, Tommy. Tommy, where does call when you're going from one party to the next, to the next, to the next?
Yeah, it's a grasshopper.
Okay. All right. So I didn't say it, but Hailey, there's your answer. The man been in UNC. He been in COP. I don't know if he was an ILP. I know he wasn't in the PNM. Right? I mean, almost all the parties in Trinidad, he been in part of it. Where's your loyalty, Hailey?
Oh Lord, he say you loyal to a waste of time party. Watch your glass house. Hey, he pelting stones, boy.
I wonder if he's friendly with Dominic Romain.
Highly a pelting stones, boy. And
Dominic Romain is a PNM now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He used to be he helpy. I helpy.
Yeah, I helpy and you helpy.
I helpy.
I helpy. You helpy. She helpy. Yeah.
No, Eugene, I did not play mass in any long dress. What kind of a man is you talking? Huh?
Oh God.
Eugene, you need to go and try and lift up them weights that I saw you struggling to lift in that video.
Eugene, that's a good one, boy.
Then are you back into that?
Eugene.
I played mass in a white, I was with a blue Dan skin with skin color tights, and we had on feathers around we knee and feathers away, a skirt made out of grass or feathers, I can't remember, and your headpiece and your thing like wings and your sparkles on your eye, and they made you up and blah 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 blah. What I remembered was,
you remember what year that was?
I think it could have been about 92, 93, somewhere there. I remembered it. The year that Speedy song came out, Holy Bam Bam.
I might have played it with them that year, you know. Yeah. But I used to be part of the Blackfoot section before we brought our own band.
Right.
Oh.
Eileen, this is what Carice says. Carice answered the question regarding an individual. Diana and Tommy say the definition for that is grasshopper. I didn't say that.
Testing all the waters.
Right? He testing all the waters. He tests COP waters. He tests UNC waters. I helpy, you helpy, she helpy. Right? I mean, he gone back and he testing the pep waters now. So,
oh Lord, highly say, oh God, Anselm does it hard though. Highly say you bring Rowley in your basement and you can't get a call back.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, and you're still loyal to him.
I'm not loyal to Dr. Keith Rowley.
Lana answered him.
Oh,
says she's loyal to the party, not the leader.
Eileen, again, not me. Anderson Wilson says, I don't think he wanted to say highly. I think he wanted to say highly leader. Anyhow, he said highly. I think he wanted to say highly leader is a political
hustler. Oh.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Correct answer. Thank you very much. Yeah. Which one? The grasshopper one?
Hey, y'all, Stormy howling.
Wait. So Trinidad Margot says, is a grasshopper not entitled to run for PNM or for a party? It's a democracy to each his own. Listen, Trinidad Margot, I agree with you. But when a person show who they are, take them at face value.
Yeah, that Anselm.
Huh?
Stormy howling.
Yeah, yeah, them.
You better give my next pill.
Rennie said he beat kicking it.
Yeah, give my next one of them. Give my next one of them kuchung peng. Yeah, give my next kuchung peng. Trinidad Margo.
He calling me for attention. That's what he need.
Is Grasshopper not entitled to run for PNM, for PM, or for a party? It's a democracy. Yes, I agree with you. It's a democracy, and you have a right to run for whichever party you run, jump from one to the next. But that says something about you. It says something about you. Right? And I will leave it there. Lana, thank you very much. Lana, thank you so very much. Thank you, Lana. Loyal to the party, not to the leader. Thank you very much, Lana. Full 100. I know like Hailey, you know. Highly loyal to the leader. Pep. Right? Rose says, I heard Gary coming out to the radio program. I don't know how true when he planning to come out with it, but he told me that himself. I don't know if the Phantom is serious. He sung so. All right.
Good. We'll go on the show. We'll go as guests on the show, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll give him some support.
As a matter of fact, I'll call him and ask him if there's anything I can help him with.
That's right.
Ken John says, Rowley running Trinidad and Kamala lost the election to Rowley. What's the idea to put Kamala back again to run Trinidad? It ain't making sense.
Yep.
Huh? Hailey, I will read your comments, because me afraid your comments. Everybody Anselm pickers are failure. PNM failure, Rowley failure, Karen failure, Duke failure, Farley failure. Anselm, you can't like me. You're wayward.
It can't be like me.
You can't be like me. Oh, God.
Watch.
Oh,
and watch
I
that.
need to be a
All
hard
the names
boy.
he call, all the names he call are success,
What?
Right? Rowley's a success. Karen is a success. Duke is a success. Farley's a success. Right? You see how Pep people don't understand? When they
And he
drink
call your name too, Anselm. Anselm is a success.
Anselm is a success too. When you drink that Pepto-Bismol, something does go wrong with you, you know. Something does go wrong with you.
You just do it on yourself.
Oh.
Oh God! Oh yes! Oh God! Eileen, look for that.
I thought he said I thought I was in the bathroom.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh God! You know what color is pink? Stop taking that pink medicine, eh? Whatever you do. Stop taking that pink medicine. So, folks, we have a few more minutes before we go for the break. So, Rose, Carice, Rennie, Hailey, Ken John, Lana, Trinidad Margo, Eugene Julian, Rennie Mohammed, Rose, Nadia, Takesha, Carice, Eugene Jr. Put closing comments in the chat. Put closing comments in the chat. And folks, I mean, it's always a pleasure when, I mean, yeah, we just have fun in the village, yeah, we just talk and things like that, but, you know, there are many serious issues facing Trinidad and Tobago, and, you know, we want, at the end of the day, right, all of us have to vote for some party. All of us go vote for some party, right? And we hope that the party we vote for will do the right thing by the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yep. At the end of the day, it's always about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You know, and many people may not like it, or many people may not want to agree with it. But currently, the way the system is set up in Trinidad and Tobago is a two-horse race. It's PNM or UNC. That is it, right now. until something changes. At one point in time, we thought that the PDP could have had impact in Trinidad, and Dr. Mashup just mashed up the whole thing.
Oh God!
He just mashed it up.
Oh no!
You know, because many people, I even used to see Anderson out there, but Anderson used to be, and one day Anderson used to have on 2 t-shirts. Yeah? He had on a yellow t-shirt, and when Watson came around, what son, that son, the woman talking about, what son she talking about? Anderson just used to take off the yellow t-shirt, and he have on a black t-shirt, boy.
No,
And when
slide it over it.
yeah,
Slide it
Dr.
over.
Milal come down the road, he just slide back on the yellow t-shirt. Quick, you know, you
Ah.
fast. He easy, you know. That little, you know, and Anderson is about 5'2" in height, you know. You know that? Yeah, about 5'2". Yeah. He ain't easy. He went to his Richmond Street Boys, I think he went to, you know. You know about that school? Yeah, he ain't easy, you know. He's not easy at all.
So he's a rich man.
Rich in heart. Yeah, Capiza put a closing comment in today. While you're there, you just come. Yeah. At least it's success in deceiving Trinidad. Depends on what lens you're looking through. Trinidad Margot says. Depends on what lens. Nah. It's not. What lens you're looking through. Yeah? Correct is right, Rennie Mohammed. Correct is right. Regardless of who we vote for, we are all one people. Food for thought. Full 100.
Trin onions.
Yeah, we are all one. Yeah, full 100. Oh, hey. Arjun say he was a listener today, boy.
He's a good listener.
Yeah.
And lucky statement. PNM go Lego money for local elections. he come true as true Arjun.
Yeah, he's talking the truth.
Yeah, listeners, politics, you know.
Politics.
Yeah. You gotta do what you have to do. So, folks, it's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're gonna go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back after this message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Tommy and Dana, you guys hearing that song?
Yeah.
Yep, better days are coming.
I don't want to hear that same song again. If I hear the same song, I might go insane. Because it's a small, the same thing I'm hearing. So now it have a better day.
You are listening.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village of the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come there every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. I want to be hopeful that better days are coming in Trinidad and Tobago. Many people may want to think that they don't think there's better days coming anytime soon, but I want to think there are better days coming in Trinidad and Tobago. And, you know, I think if we continue with the gloom and doom, you know, we can't see, you know, Martin Luther King says you don't have to see all the flights in the staircase, you only have to see the first flight. You know, so I want to think better days are coming. You know?
Right. It's closing comment.
Yeah. Go ahead, Diana. Closing comment.
All right, I'm gonna give two quotes by can't get his name say properly. Idowu Konyekian, Nation Building. Show me the heroes that the youth of your country look up to, and I will tell you the future of your country. And your pride for your country should not come after your country becomes great. Your country becomes great because of your pride in it. This is your global ambassador and your resident poet bidding you auf Wiedersehen. Good night, beloved people, and do stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Go ahead, Tommy.
I would first start off with one quote by Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know if everybody knows who Teddy Roosevelt is or was. He was a U.S. president. He said, talking about the U.S., he said, "This country will not be a good place for any of us to live in unless we make it a good place for all of us to live in." And that's what I'd like to say about Trinidad. It will not be a good place for any of us to live in unless we make it a good place for all of us to live in. Additionally, I like to read two proverbs. The first one is, "He who is afraid to ask is ashamed of learning." And the second one is, "Ask the experienced rather than the learned." A pleasant good night to each and everyone. It's been a pleasure being here in the village tonight. Look forward to our next session. Please be safe. Till then, love you all. See you next time, right here in the village.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
And my quote is, "You can't keep getting mad at people for sucking the life out of you if you keep giving them the straw." Let me repeat that. You can't keep getting mad at people for sucking the life out of you if you keep giving them the straw. And also, I got this from Tommy. Be impeccable with your words. Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you cannot, it's almost impossible to put it back in. Be impeccable with your words. Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, it's almost impossible to put it back in. Of course, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We thank all of you for joining us. And closing comments. Eugene Julian says, "I want to play mass in the same band with Diana." Oh, God. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Rose says, closing comment, "Let's forgive each other our trespasses, love our enemies, and pray for our leaders and our fellow people as we strive to help light up the dark areas as in our country. God bless." Thank you very much. Eugene. Eugene.
Oh, Capisa, gotta do better than that.
Yeah. He says since 1962, I hear better days coming. You're gonna keep on hearing it. Yeah. At least
When he said, when he said hiding in the bathroom or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You looking at what's in the back of my head. That's not the bathroom area.
Okay.
It's a little.
Says, "Good night, my friends from Akira and Anderson." Good night to you as well, Akira and Anderson. Rani Mohammed says, live, love, and laugh. Ingredients for long life." Correct is right. All right. Anderson Wilson says, Dr. Munidal or Watson Duke for next Prime Minister?
Ken John.
Anderson, go ahead.
Ken John says, good night, everyone. Bless and be safe. And Diana, Anselm, and Tommy, shalom. Shalom to you, my brother Ken John.
Trinidad Margot says, do we want solutions or do we want a perfect political party in Trinidad before we choose solutions over personality? Lana says, each day you live is a chance of another day. Stay safe, stay blessed, and Stormy Boy, I will pray for you. Pray for that poor dog and shoot by in line. Carrie says, good night, everyone. When someone don't have a successful life, they'll always dwell in the past and refuse to focus on what they could do better for the future. Full 100. Ella lady pass me. Okay, I think that's it.
Capisa and whoever else are not in a bathroom area, off to the side of the kitchen in a little nook kind of area.
So I think what I'm going to do, we're going to go out to Stalin. Better days are coming. Good night, folks. See you.
Good night.